Hello, my name is Delilah Cordovah, visibility creator here at Omnipresence Studios. We expose the world to our interviewees' unique products, services, and books, and we also help in their journey to go from undiscoverable to visible in a digital world. I am currently on a mission to conduct 100 author interviews, and we're talking about all things books, from publishing to new authors, and don't forget marketing. I would like to welcome you to our show, Marketing and Coffee, where authors come to get inspired and experience. Hey authors, you finished your manuscript. What do you do next? If you would like to learn more about being featured on my show, go to marketingandcoffee.com. And without further ado, meet our next awesome author. Hey there, everybody. It's Delilah Cordovah here, and I am here again with another awesome author interview. And today I have with me Takiya Smith, and we're going to discuss her book, Inbox Indiscretions. And so stay tuned. Make sure you share, like, and comment. And so let me tell you this though, as far as everybody knows, I am on a mission to conduct 100 author interviews. So if you are interested in being one of my 100, I am more than happy to have you come on with me. I can get you started in, whatever waters, especially if you're just new. So today, Takiya Smith, Inbox Discretions. Hey, Takiya, go ahead and take it away.
Hi, my name is Takiya Smith. This is my initial launch, Inbox Indiscretions. This book is based on social media activity, which is the age in which we live, where a couple actually starts a relationship in the inbox, and they don't really realize how interconnected that they are with each other until the skeletons per se start coming out of the closet, and there are more connections than meet the eye. There is a definite tie to reality, and there is a seriousness at the end of the book that we as a society need to continue to pay attention to. I won't give that part away, but it is a great read. It's an attention grabber, and it's erotic. So if you get a minute, check me out. You can catch me on Amazon, richesinreading.com, or you can get personal autograph copies from me yourself.
Beautiful. So yeah, Takiya, this is going to be an interesting read because one, I like adult eroticism in books. I am a female, right? And two, it's of the now, and now we are dating in our inboxes more than ever. And we're not even really using dating platforms like we used to, unless it's like to find hookups. I'm not saying I go and find hookups, but I'm just saying that in the dating, like dating has changed so much, and it's become really like, how I want to say it, muddy, muddy waters,
Right.
because it's not like it's not honest dating anymore. It's like in the inbox, show me a D-pic and I'll show you this, and then it's like, I don't like that. I feel really grimy when people do that, especially men. It's like, don't talk to me like that. I feel like it's really disrespectful when people do it to me. But the thing is, there had to be others who allowed them to get away with doing that, for them to think that it's okay to approach anybody like that,
Right.
But with that being said, I think this is really interesting because it is of the now, and dating online has changed so much over the years. So yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit more about how this book came to be?
I actually was I'm a reader first. I love to read, so I read all types of books.
Mm-hmm.
And I used writing as an outlet. And I was writing passages and I would pass them on to friends and be like, check this out. And they were like, you should write a book. And I was like, nah, I don't have the passion for it. And I know in order to be a successful writer, you have to
Mm-hmm.
have passion for it. But then I
Right.
thought about it. I said, you know what? There are a lot of things taking place on social media that no one has yet to address. And one
Right.
of them is dating, because you and I could be dating the same guy via inbox because you don't want to put, your information out there in public.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to date you, he's able to date me, and we're all doing the same thing in the inbox. And that's what happens in this book. It's actually a guy. He's actually dating more than one woman in in their inboxes, and that's where the relationship starts. And that's where I think that, like you said, we're in an age now where everything is so non-traditional.
Right.
Everyone wants everything so quickly. So rather than get out here and meet somebody and, the old fashioned way, we'll just log on to a social media app, like their picture, make a couple of comments, and then we're
Right.
instantly in the inbox.
Right.
And and that's what happens here. And it ends up being a whole mess of stuff. It's actually set in my hometown of Portsmouth, Virginia. And it's a lot of twists and turns, but it's also a lot of relatability there, which
Mm-hmm.
is why it's able to capture the audience, because you could actually read it and say, hey, wait a minute, that sounds like what I went through when I was dating so and so. The sending
Yeah.
of the pictures, this, to that, and the things that we do now to not really take the time out to get to know the person.
Right. And I agree with this so much. I agree with this so much. Um, so like you said, like I've had in the past experience somebody who was dating multiple people, but it wasn't like even an online scenario. It was like an in life scenario. But he
Hmm.
was able to keep it secret more easy than what you would think. You know what I mean? So when this guy is in his book and he has all these multiple relationships going on, I couldn't imagine like how he is juggling, you know, all this except for like maybe by conversation, but is he actually like going and meeting the girls, or is it like just all
Yes, he in this book, one of the main characters, he's like the one that everyone loves to hate,
Mhm.
because he's like the player type. He's dating multiple women, but even being in their inbox, he's very upfront about it. So he lets them know, hey, this is me. This is who I am. Basically, like a enter at your own risk type thing. He
Mhm.
does end up going to meet the women at some point, and you find that women in society think that they're going to be the exception. I know that I'm probably the one who could change him. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna try it, although I know that he's dating Delilah because I've seen it in his inbox. I think that Takiya, as a person, I can change his views, I can change his ways. And so that's what these women try to do. It's almost like a competition for them to see who can make him do the right thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Kevin Eastman, he in here being a fool. He said, she's going to be the one that changes him. I, you know what, Kevin? I've never had any luck changing any man, and I don't think I ever attempted it because they all try to change me. I don't
Right.
want to be changed. I don't want to be changed or chained.
Right.
So, no, I think that's interesting how it's actually really true. So, I don't think I want to bring up the thing. Never mind. But I think it's really true, though, that, women are willing to be competitive for a man. And I think it's odd because back in the day, it used to be men had to be competitive for a woman, right?
Right.
And like, I in particular, I don't think I could be competitive for a man. Like if you want him that bad, then you just take him because there's too many.
There's too many out here, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't get that mentality. So can you tell me a little bit more about the processes of why you think women do that? Are competitive for the male?
I would say that women are more competitive for men now because they feel like there are a lower, I guess, there are not as many men out here. And again, I feel like I describe the society that we live in as a microwave society. Everybody wants everything right now.
Right.
Nobody wants to physically work for it. Nobody wants to get out. Everybody wants it all right now. So if he jumps in my inbox, then I think that it's okay, not realizing that he's probably sending you that good morning, beautiful text. He's sending me the good morning, beautiful text. He's sending somebody else the good morning, beautiful text. And the whole while, he's sitting there sending all these text messages. He's responding while we're responding. And we don't want to, women have lost the traditional role in dating. Women have become more aggressive now. Instead of letting the man come after them, they're going after the man. And
they're splitting the check. They're splitting the check. Why are you splitting the check?
Yeah, it's really become, dating has really become very non-traditional, and I'm honestly okay for that. But I can appreciate it if you're honest and upfront with it. Let me make a decision of if I want to split the check. Let me make a decision if I want to be, whoever or the extra or whatever, but don't make the decision for me. Let me choose.
Right. And, for me as a woman, like the way my mama taught me is that, they courting me. I'm the prized treasure, so they're supposed to be courting me. So why am I coming out of pocket to feed you or to do things? You know what I mean? Like to me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how are they gonna care for me if I'm caring for them up front? I was like, isn't that supposed? It's like the role reversal is just crazy to me,
And that's another thing in the book, the role reversal. You do see in this book, you see some more aggressive women actually pursuing a guy. And it's really weird because a lot of people who read it were like, wow, you nailed it. You nailed what we're going through today as far as the inbox. How many days do you wake up and the first thing you do is you log on to your social media account and you check your inbox to be sure or to see if you've received a message overnight from him, or you're getting up in the morning and sending your messages to him, or, vice versa, and this, that, and the other. And it, to me, it's really a direct reflection of how we're living today.
Right. And it is. I don't know how many mornings I woke up and, I had a guy and I was dating him for a little bit, for quite a while, and he was text messaging me, oh, good morning, and then this and that, and then all of a sudden I knew something had changed because he stopped texting me in the morning. It's like, dang, that was fast to move on for me to somebody, like, who's next?
Right. What I call them,
you wake up first thing.
I call them, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. No, it says the first thing you do when you wake up is get on your phone to see what you got, and it's first thing on your mind. Because we're women, we fall. I think women have, we're more emotional, we're more in tune with falling in love, and I think that we can easily mistake falling in love for other. You know what I mean? And we're more gullible. Let's put it that way, to walk and trip up too easy.
Yeah, and I tell people quickly, I'm like, don't get involved in inbox relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call them, where they start in the inbox and they keep you there. He never takes you out. You're just a back and forth all day. This, hey, how you doing? And my cousin laughed because I said, girl, I done got caught up in an inbox relationship. And she's like, what? Did you make up your own word? I'm like, kinda. And that's where we again come from with this book. It's a really, to me, and it's not because I wrote it, but it's a great read because, like I said in the beginning, I'm also a reader. And I do know that your books, you have to grab people's attention from the beginning.
Right.
And that is one of the great things that I hear or have heard consistently is, girl, I could not put it down. Once I started it, I spent 6 hours reading it. And then when I got to the end, I was like, oh, what? She just left us here? And it's like, I just couldn't put it down because you kept us going, wanting to know what happened next.
Right. So let's discuss your book cover a little bit.
Okay.
You want to show? Yeah, there you go. And it is such an interesting cover. How did that book cover come to be, and what, give us a little bit of inspiration for that.
Okay, the book cover, I got in contact with the graphic designer. Her name is Aja. And I told her I actually only gave her the title of the book, and I gave her a brief synopsis. She was like, oh, I have an idea. And we sat down and we played with a couple images or whatever. And she was like, we need to make this like a secret type thing, because that's what it is. It's, what goes on in your inbox is your personal information. So
Right.
if we have a couple who is standing almost like in your ear, because I'm only going to tell you what I want you to know when we're actually talking via the internet. When we're when you meet someone face to face, it's different because it's certain body languages you can read. You get to see this person for who they are. But online, I can be whoever I choose to be. So it's like we only put the face behind her for you to imagine, who is that? Who is that behind the sign? You see how we just have the face here? It's like, who is that? And it's like, it's somebody that's in her inbox. And when she came back with the cover, I was like, that's it. She said, I have several different ideas for you. and this was the second one that she gave me. I said, no, ma'am. The first one, that's it. I want that one, and it just stuck with me, and I love it.
Yeah. It's really good, to be honest with you. It's cute too. Um, I think that she did a really good job in layering those different concepts onto it. So
Thank you.
it's a good win. It's because the book covers are so difficult to get together and make sure it portrays what you're trying to do and make eye catching and appealing for readers to want to come and pick it up.
And
So,
that's the very first thing the reader sees is the cover. And that's
right.
what draws them in, even when you're flipping through your Kindle to to try to see if you're trying to find something to read on Amazon. The
Right.
first thing you see is the cover, and so the cover has to be as interesting as the contents of the book.
Right, right. So, I wanted to go ahead and shout out some of our viewers tonight because they are here in support of you. We got Pamela Valehi Billups. She says, I'm here to support my sister friend. Welcome, Pamela. Thank you for coming.
Hey,
And
Pamela.
yeah, we have Shanita Jones. She says, sis, I'm here. Heart, heart, heart. Thank you for, yes. And then we also have Davina Rumble. Thank you for coming out. She said, Kia, we found you.
Hey, Vina. Hey, sis.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting. Make sure that if you're enjoying what you're watching, to share, hit the like button, give us some hearts and comments. Yes. She said, Pamela, she says she loves you. We love you.
Oh, so sweet.
Thank you for coming out and supporting our authors. So moving on. As a writer, what was your experience? Was your book self-published or was it published? And which route did you go? And were you considering going the other route? And whichever route it was.
What it did in the initial stages, I reached out to several publishers, and I guess with it being a new concept, because the way the book is actually written is actually written in terms of an inbox. And let me just show you what I'm talking about,
Mhm.
like an actual inbox message. If you can see that,
Oh,
that's the format of the book. So I guess with it being something new, a lot of people are afraid or don't want to touch what's new.
right.
So a lot of publishers were kind of like, So I had basically, honestly, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not a good time for this. But then I thought, no, we're actually living this moment. So I kept going, and I ended up self-publishing,
Hmm.
um, which was not easy
Right.
because finding a printer, marketing, uh, the little things, what's the
Right.
ISBN number? What is that? How do you format for Kindle? What is page break? And these are all things that I didn't pay and didn't know, but I had to feel my way around. And it took me a while with the help of a few of friends who I know that are authors. I had a couple of them help. And my daughter, she helped, the children are really tech savvy.
Yeah.
So they kind of helped out a lot. But I ended up self-publishing, um, and it worked for me because I have total creative control of everything.
Right. And that's what's
I,
important is having that creative control and being able to sell your books how you want to sell them. So I think that's great. And you know what? I love the format, the text format, because it puts it into the reality of, that what you're reading on your phone, or how it could actually be you format,
Mm-hmm.
talk to somebody. And as far as, I think you might be right for a traditional public, like they don't see the value in it. But the thing is, I think they missed a really big deal here, because this is very unique. And I believe that a lot of books are going to feature a lot of text messaging in them, coming upon the years that we're coming upon. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think they might have missed a critical opportunity to really make money with what you got. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and I hate that all the crazy criteria that they make. I feel like a lot of traditional publishing companies miss out on a lot of great authors with that criteria. They don't take into consideration uniqueness, the story. You know what I mean? I feel like they don't really put much effort into sourcing the right books to publish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So yeah, that's awesome. I didn't think I can't wait to read it. So as an author, what is the best advice that you would give to other authors?
One thing that I would say to other authors is remember that your readers are people. They're not just a dollar sign, and you treat them like they're customers, and they'll remain loyal to you. Um, I have a lot of new authors who ask me because I was able to market my paperback better than I was the Kindle. And what I did with my paperback was I kind of made it like a movement. It was like, okay, we're going to work to try to get this book in all 50 states. And I'm actually was born and raised in Portsmouth, Virginia, but I moved to Montgomery about 20 years ago. So half and half of my life have been spent in two different states. So that's a plus because I now have the ability to market here on foot and market there, you know. So what I would suggest to new authors is do what you can to engage your customers, engage your readers, talk with them. Social media is big right now. I do a lot of my business on social media.
Right,
Talk with them. When they submit a review, you know, it doesn't hurt to go that extra step to say thank you.
right,
People appreciate that thank you. And if I have to spend all day thanking 50 individual people, I've done that.
right,
I've actually, if you take the time to review my book and you post it on Amazon or you send me an inbox message saying, oh, I loved your book, I thank you individually for that because
right,
I need you to understand that I could write 1 million books, but without you, my success is nothing. And that's why I think that a lot of people lose it because they don't remember that your customer is the reason for your success.
right. And you always got to be appreciative of your readers. You have a lot of comments too. You got a lot of crowd coming out. Thanks, guys. Pamela, she says the format made the book very fun to read. And then Davina says oh, that's the first video. Pamela also said, in all honesty, we all love to be able to read someone's inboxes. Sometimes I do want to be on the fly on a wall in somebody's inbox, especially when they're having a really juicy, interesting conversation. Never mind. No, whose inbox I want to be in?
Who?
President Bill Clinton.
Tori has a few interesting conversations that I would like to have been a part of. I'm sure.
Real, like could you imagine how sneaky he's like?
Right. Trying to keep quiet, yes.
Like Hillary come around corner.
He's looking behind him to make sure that she's not there, right?
They gotta clear my catch. And on the White House, like they have their own servers, so Hillary be watching everything.
Right.
Anyway, but she said, it's Davina says it's a great format. It makes reading the characters' thoughts so much easier, and it transforms you into the character. Exactly. It's like you're in the inbox, like it's you. It's a great concept. Kevin Eastman says a satisfied customer is a return customer. Yep.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, we got Shavana Brimage. She says Portsmouth in the house. And then Pamela says, yes, they do appreciate it, and Kia is very personable, and that's part of her success. Thank you, Pamela.
Thanks, Pam.
She says, I want to be in Common's inbox. Common, is that the singer you're talking about, Siobhan?
Yes. Get out of Common's inbox, Pam.
Oh, to be in the inbox of celebrities.
Right. To see what they're talking about.
Right. Anyway, so yeah. With that was fun. With that being said, so what are we going to be seeing from Takiya in the next few years? What else is on the plate?
There actually is a sequel out already.
What?
There's part 2. This was gonna be a standalone novel, but those young ladies you're talking to now, plus everybody else, was like, wait a minute, you just cannot leave us like that. We need to know what happens. So there is the sequel out, part 2, and there will be an additional spinoff book coming soon. And then there'll be a finale of this one. And then I want to go more into the realm of self-help, maybe, because I have, I think, a good wealth of knowledge where I can actually, help people, heal people, because I've seen a lot. And I think that writing is going to be my platform to assist those who've been, through the storm, who've been, through whatever. And so I'm going to use my writing to try to help people is what you'll see from me in the future. I do plan one day on being on the New York Times bestsellers list.
Right.
I want, like you say, that publishing company that overlooked me in 2017, I want them to look back and say, wait a minute, this is a gold mine. Let's pick this up and let's help her kind of develop it a little more, and let's put it back out.
Right.
And let's kind of, because we can tell she's a new author, so she made some, small things that we need to fix. But I really want to be a New York Times best-selling author, because I have realized that writing is my gift. Mm-hmm. I'm able to do it very effortlessly, and I'm really appreciative, and I'm thankful to God for that I'm able to do it so. It's like it just flows for me.
Right.
And like they really, my support system is great. they're always like, you're so relatable. And I'd be like, me? But they love it, so I keep writing for them.
Right. That's awesome. I like the fact that you're going to go more into self-help. Self-help is such a great industry currently right now. I have so many coaches, authors who are coaches for clients, and it's just a booming industry, especially if you have digital products like e-courses, e-books, so on and so forth to sell. And doing one-on-one coaching, getting people into groups, doing coaching sessions in groups, all that. And I would love to see you become a coach, because I think you'll hit the mark, because you're down to earth. You got a great demeanor about you that like you don't play. I know you don't play, but you're not mean, but you're very wise at that. So you'll get it, girl. And Pamela, I like what she said. And you are well on your way. I am speaking it into existence for you. # New York Times bestseller.
Yay! We going.
We're all the way up, right?
All the way.
Yes. So yeah. We are almost close to the end, fortunately. This has been such an awesome interview. And yes, and it has been awesome to get to know you and about your books, Inbox Indiscretions. And can you put the book cover for book 2 up again? And I wanted to see that, because so this one, it has the square inbox, so it's the newer, the upgraded.
Right.
Beautiful. So if you guys are wanting to have a good juicy read and want to know what's going on the inside of some inboxes, I think that this might be the book for you. So make sure that after the show, we're going to drop the link so you guys can go and get her book. Go get it, read it, review it, and make sure you share it and get it out there for us. All right, Takiya, do you have any last words for us?
I would like to thank you for the opportunity, for getting my name out there further. I really appreciate your assistance. I really do. I want to thank my friends, my support system. I want to thank you all. You know who you are. My girls who are on the live, thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate everything. I promise y'all. I do. I appreciate each and every reader, reviewer, anybody who shared it, purchased it, anything. I thank you all. And the love from home, the love from Portsmouth is amazing. I thank you. I've been gone from home for 20 years, but they rallied behind me, and I appreciate you all. I can't say thank you enough to everybody. And Delilah, I want to personally, again, thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. I got one more comment that I think that if I don't tell you, they're going to get mad at me. Antoine Falcon. They said, I'm currently writing right now, and Kia, you have been an inspiration. They're proud of you. And said they love you for that because yeah, lots of love on this live today. Thank you all. She said, don't slow up because you about to blow up. Love it. I love the positivity. But yeah, no problem. If I could ever be of any assistance ever in the future, just let me know. And hopefully in a few months when the other books start coming out, hit me up and let's go live again.
Okay, I will.
He said have to bring her back for the other books. Yes, definitely will, Davina. All right, you guys, thank you so much for showing up and showing out. And we will see you guys on
# support your author by leaving reviews. You can visit this author's book at the link above. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to receive our notifications.